Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Everybody's working for the weekend. It's Lisa here. Just wanted to pop in real quickly. I'm taking a little break because I'm feeling some resistance myself today. I'm still up leveling and I'm still having some difficulty in getting to the next level and pushing through this resistance I'm feeling around my business. I get to look at that. But what I wanted to share today is what I posted, and that was who you are in the fire is who you are. And it's so true. I had to post that because that's so profound. You know, when the times get really tough, when the money's running out, when the relationships end, when things are really difficult, like for me, I pray to God, none of you guys have to go through what I've been through, not just divorces and toxic things, but also wildfire, losing my home to wildfire and breast cancer 2 months later. I've been really tested. I've really been in the fire. And it's really amazing because that's when you really show up as who you are. And I love that saying again, who you are in the fire is who you are. How do you show up in the midst of major trials, major difficulty? What do? Do you quit? Do you shut down? You know, we all get to feel when things are difficult, and we all get to, like right now, I've been feeling resistance for weeks. You know, there are days I go for a swim, or I go shopping, or I just don't do anything, but I feel it, I see it, and I always come back and I address it. How can I get beyond this? What do I do, to up level and get past this? I see this resistance. It's just something that's saying to me that my life is getting ready to up level. My business is getting ready to up level. See, if you want to have the life of your dreams, and if you want to have a business you love, and if you want to grow and expand a company, even if you don't, just even in your life, if you want to have more joy, more happiness, and get to what it is that you want, you have to be able to withstand life's fires, right? You have to get in there when it happens. Let them burn you. Feel them. Let them refine you. How are you showing up? You guys, that's where you really develop your, first of all, you see your character and you see who you really are from that standpoint. But that's also the stuff that if you walk through the fire and you come out on the other side, right? That's when you develop that inner grit, that tenacity, that courage, that strength that you never knew you had. And that's what's so beautiful about the trials that we have, the stuff that comes up. I mean, the stuff that people go through. I've even seen people who have lost their children to like murder, right? And they come out on the other side loving, they have a cause, they're helping other people, they're forgiving. And it's like, I don't know how they do that. Like, I've never been tested with anything like that. And I pray to God that I never am, but I've just seen strength in people that I can't even imagine, right? I've had my own set of things and I've risen above those. And there's more, and there are people that do even more than I've done, right? So again, when you're standing in the fire, don't be a weenie, don't complain about it. What can you do? Who are you? How are you showing up? Do you have courage, tenacity, grit? Do you have the wherewithal to get through it and strategize? And what can I do? What can I learn from this lesson? How can I come out of this better than I was before? This is, where everybody has this idea, not everybody, I'm not judging you if you guys are doing the inner work, right? Everybody has this idea that, we're going to work hard at our jobs or whatever, 40 hours a week, then we're going to go home and work for the weekend and drink and kick back and whatever. Guys, if you want life to be easy, then you're not going to be growing. You're not going to grow, and that's okay too. There's no judgment there, right? But as for me, I've never picked the easy path, and I don't want to. I choose not to. Hey, you guys, thanks for joining me. I choose to walk through the fires. I choose to be the best version of me that I can be. I choose to make a bigger impact in the world and grow my business and be able to make a difference for other people, to encourage other people. I mean, if I don't walk through the fires and I'm not an example, then I don't get to do that, right? And when I'm ready to do that, Spirit will bring that to me because I will have been refined enough, learned enough, grown enough that I'll be able to do that. So what is it you want to do with your life? You get to kick back if you want to, always. That's your choice, and there's no judgment, right? But when you're standing in the fire, who are you? And if you want a life of ease and grace, you can have that even when you go through the fire. But do you quit when times get tough? Do you quit? Do you complain? How do you show up? Because that's who you are. There's a book, and I can't remember what it is. My coach, oh gosh, what is it? Recommended it to me last year or whatever. And I think I bought it. I think it's about grit. Just look up books about grit. But there's a grit score, a test that you can take. You can actually learn to develop inner grit, which is really amazing for people who are conscious entrepreneurs who want to build their businesses and who want to, you know, or who have nonprofits or whatever, people that have big missions in the world. You can build that inner grit. But again, when those tests come to you guys, you get to, number one, see who you are. How are you standing? What are you doing? How are you showing up? Right? And number two, you get to choose. What do I learn from this? How can I grow from this? How can I get better? Right? That which creates substance, right, Aaron? Exactly. You know, we're stronger than we even know or give ourselves credit for, right? And yeah, life is hard sometimes, but jump all in, because you're a spirit of, you know, I guess I always say this, but you're a strand of divine love and light. You didn't come here to be a weenie. I always use that word because I used to say I was a weenie until I went through 65 plus hours of childbirth and almost died, right? And then I went, oh, I'm not a weenie after all, right? I've got a lot of freaking, you know, fortitude and tenacity and courage and strength. Oh my God, right? That's how I showed up, because that's who I am at a deep inner level. And there are days that I have trouble, like right now. I'm sitting here, right, looking at my computer with 5 major projects on my plate. And I'm just staring at the computer going, duh. Now it's hot too, but I'm really having difficulty pushing through this resistance, which means there's something really beautiful on the other side of that. You know, when I get through the resistance, that's when I grow. That's when I up level. That's when I'm able to expand my being. That's when I'm able to hold more. That's when I'm able to actually grow my business, hold more clients, you know, have more of a vision, expand out. That's when I get to hit the stages, right? So I'm going to break through it. Absolutely. That's actually my commitment. Not sure when I'm going to do it, but I'm going to keep addressing it, looking at it, and moving forward. So yeah, you can always go out when you have a bad day. I mean, I've been out too, and I've had a beer here and there, you know, I love to relax. But don't self-medicate when life gets difficult. Don't self-medicate, right? A lot of people who are on antidepressants, and I know my family has a history of all this stuff, we tend to numb out on medication or other things, right? Because well, that's the medication. We're supposed to feel good, right? But sometimes you're supposed to feel discomfort. So discomfort is always your body's way of showing you what it is that you haven't addressed and that you get to look at. So if we numb out and we drink all the time, or whatever it is that we do that's our vice, our crutch, right? Then it's really difficult to know who you are, what it is that you get to work on. And again, maybe you don't want to work on anything at all. But remember, when you're standing in the fire, take a good look. Who are you? Who are you in that moment? And you have everything you need on the inside to become so much more than you're showing up as. Okay? So remember that today, guys. Have a great weekend. I'll probably see you over the weekend. But you're here to be much more than just, you know, spending your days wasting them away, you know, going to work, sitting at a desk, coming home on the weekends, watching television, you know, drinking a bunch, watching football. I mean, like, you get to do all that, right? But if you're numbing out and you're not having results in your life, and you don't have the life that you love, and you don't have joy, and you don't have an incredible relationship, and you don't have any mission, any passion, any purpose, then you get to look at that, okay? Are you numbing out, or are you wasting your life? You know, this life does not go on forever. It is a gift, and there's no guarantee that you're going to be around another 10, 20, 30 years to enjoy it. So I suggest that you look at that now and get the most of your life, out of your life that you can now. It's so worthwhile. It really is. That's true, Aaron. That's right. We do have an internal compass. That's what I teach. I mean, it's our inner GPS. It's always telling us. Discomfort is, hey, Peg, discomfort is always showing us exactly what it is that we need to address, where we need to go. It's such a beautifully divine, you know, divine and designed system. And so many people numb out because they don't want to listen to it. They don't want to feel bad. They don't want to experience discomfort. And they sure as hell don't want to do the work, right? They want a magic pill. Ain't going to happen. Just isn't, you guys. You are the magic pill. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to take off because I've got work to do, and I've got to push through my own resistance for sure. But you guys have an amazing rest of your Friday. I'll see you tomorrow. Check back on Sunday because I will be singing with my trio, little sequence trio at Seaport Village on Sunday. And I'll see if I can get somebody to, you know, maybe tape a little bit of our performance so you guys can tune in. And if you're in San Diego, come see us, 1 to 4 Seaport Village. All right, in San Diego, downtown. All right, you guys, love you so much. Be all that you came here to be. You're freaking amazing. And if you didn't know that, I'm just here to tell you that. That's all. Okay? right, guys, love you. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Aaron, Martin, Peggy, everybody who's here. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great night. Thanks.